Hello, hello.
So,
Hi, son. Please join us by link.
hello.
Hello, hello.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. But why are you not so?
Okay, guys are connecting now. So let's make this session practical and interactive. Artem is joined. Hello, Artem.
Hey guys.
So let's get started. We will make it practical without just a huge amount of unneeded information. And so focus is on implementing solid principles, and I think most of you are already pretty well aware of how to do it. Just sometimes we don't have time to make some parts better, and you can see what we have big issues with the old legacy systems, where we have huge methods on controllers and things like that. So, what do you guys think biggest problems are right now in our system? What should we focus more on? David, what do you think?
First of all, it seems like maybe it's only for me, but your voice is duplicated, like it's been repeated in parallel.
Because you are in two. You are in the other link, so it happened to me. Join only in the last link where we join with microphone.
Okay, let me try. I think.
Only this link where the link that you sent me, and nowhere else. On the link where I joined and nowhere else.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes?
Much better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. All right. I just want to ask first, you guys, you see the problems we have in a legacy part, and sometimes we don't have enough time to make it proper on the new code. So, guys, what do you think are the biggest problems we need to focus on? David,
Hello.
hello, hello, Ucha.
Yeah.
David, guys, what do you think?
I wanted to say a couple of things about current system.
Just to tell why we are in this webinar software, because we cannot record a learning session on Google Meet, and I asked Cosmin, he will enable it later.
Okay.
Yeah,
So current,
Ucha, please tell.
yeah, current system has a couple of issues which I already noticed. Is that whenever you it's obscuring of SQL code. It's not too clear where SQL is, where models are. It's too much abstraction. Versus you will have some simple or advanced SQL code, and you just call it from model, and then that's it. You will use it. But there's too much obscurity in there. Also, there's a couple of problems in terms of database when you just use a model and then it searches other models and repeats on a loop on each for each item. This is called N+1 problem. It is well known, and then it's there. We have it. So
Can you provide some examples we can see in the code?
For example, events. Let's say events, right? Let's get events, and then inside the events, you need event show, and you need for example, cities. You need some other tables to be joined. So we are getting models and then inserting inside the loop, and it's keeps on going and calls itself a bunch of times. If you take a look at the events code and then if you trace it back and then debug it, you will actually see how many times it will repeat itself. And then yeah, that's what I wanted to say, and I think that's the biggest issue we have it now, and then performance issue too.
Okay, I can confirm that. 1 second, let me show you. Okay, let's go ahead with the next one. Our current objective is to make sure we can improve our code base quality and drive innovation, meaning we make it maintainable, make sure we can support it and apply changes faster and easier. So we will focus more on practical part, less on theory, which you can read everywhere online, and more on what we can do to make it better for all of us. With just making sure we can learn from experience and from each other, not just from some Wikipedia page only. So let's go to the part about single responsibility principle. On a survey, I saw what it is like the biggest, most important one you see. Do you have any examples when we are breaking this approach, single responsibility principle? What do
When
you
we
think,
are,
guys?
All
you
the
said
time.
where we're breaking.
Yeah.
It's all controllers in current backend application.
Yeah, I agree. But I want to add here what originally Robert Martin was talking not only about different classes, but also about who is responsible as a group or as a person on providing reason for change. But yes, I agree about the layers. I want to do a quick exercise, and maybe we will integrate it into the even our updates. Like have it part of a release or something. Right now we have biggest issues with the controllers, and we can learn from each other and make it like a small hackathon. So let's select some classes. Like everyone can select some class he hates the most. Some practical like event list or something like that. And let's just add some changes, create a branch, and see like you can just create a simple PR, and we will review it here on the call. Simply like that. On a time, let's make it not too long and not too short, so you have time to think about that. And up to 20 minutes, I think will be okay. 20 is like maximum. Maybe we will like stop after 5 or 10 minutes. Just tell me if you're ready or not. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. You have your IDEs and repositories, so I don't think I need to share anything like link or something. Please tell if it's like clear or not, or I need to change something or provide something.
So we are free to select any class in backend application.
Yes, preferably something you like hate the most, like stupidest class, but it should be usable. You something we use. I mean, not like Burj Khalifa, which is not used at all, which we need to delete soon.
Understood.
Yeah, hi Sanucha, Artyom, is it clear?
So we have to choose a piece of code from the backend.
Yes, and provide a quick example and create a PR, how to improve it. You can use any tool. I recommend to not like not only most important tool is your brain, of course, but feel free to use even like AI refactoring, static analysis, SonarLint, anything like that. I recommend to use SonarLint as well, and it has a metric of cognitive complexity, and it will show you if if method on class is too complex and needs to be broken down. Feel free to use AI if needed. It's okay. Just if finished finished code is really working, you understand it fully, and like not just use it as a like stochastic parrot, not just put it into AI and that's it. If you thought about this.
Then what is the point?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So let's do it as exercise. I will like let's wait for like 10 minutes. If you are ready earlier, tell me. If you need more time, tell me. So let's do it.
Okay.
Timofey, instead of writing code, can we write like pseudo code or bullet points? What we will do? Can you
It will be good as well. Yes. Who has started writing code will show it as example, and we'll see, review, and discuss what is better to apply, what is better to not apply. But if you want to provide bullet points as even more important thing, feel free to do it, and we will review them.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's better we write. At least we see our level where we are. Even for the AI or analysis or this, I think it's wrong because we identify each other where we are and whether we need to train or maybe take any courses.
Mhm. Yeah, it's good to learn from each other because on internet all information is available all the time. But right now, current world is like that. It's outdated even a minute it's written, and sometimes it's better to get a real new insight from people. And when we write this as an exercise, we see our points of view, not just something from Wikipedia. We can discuss.
You said to pick any class. Okay, they are so big. I'm trying to pick something.
Mhm. Select the class you hate, but you hate all of them, right?
There is a lot of class.
Mhm.
Just okay, select one.
Yeah, but let's focus on one to finish during exercise. Yeah, we will finish that later on when we focus more on the refactor as we plan. But during this exercise, let's make sure it's under 20 minutes, maybe around 10.
Now David is in meeting. So we have to rewrite this class only for meeting up the SRP principles, right? Not all the solid.
Actually, if you can apply more principles, it's better. I mean, not like all of them, but if you feel what something is important, do it. It's okay because the first point is to learn from each other, and if it's not like just like some principle, one principle, it will be good. Yeah.
How to provide the result?
You can just send a PR, and we will review it here.
Pull request.
Mhm.
You finished?
Simple way and most short way would be this bullet points that I was talking. And
Yeah, you
I
can
think
provide bullet
already.
points. We will review them. Yeah, sure.
Sure, I already did. Can I put it here in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes. So far, this is a big things that can be done and
Mhm.
can be implemented. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Mhm.
Oh my God, this is not. It's not formatted correctly. Can I send it to you directly
Yeah, you can
in
do that.
Slack?
Yeah, you can send. Yeah.
No, let me. I'll send this one. Okay, move all method.
Mhm.
What do you think? Inheritance is good or bad? Can you answer
So
shortly?
this is this is a big question. Everyone loved object-oriented programming, but after some time, we saw what not all the systems. Um, like if you have a long list of inheritance from class to class in Java, let's say, or some other enterprise software, usually it is only overcomplicates the system.
Yeah,
And
and it clouds everything.
mhm. What do you think, guys?
Mm, yeah.
I
David?
I can add a couple of things too, if you may.
Yeah, sure.
Inheritance is good in there's a certain point. For example, when you inherit something from a controller, a main controller, and down the line, and that's it. Uh, this way, it's good, but it's not scalable. And what if you have to change something in a parent class, and you will in the future? This will kind of like stops everything. Then you have to go down in the code and change everything, million classes. So it's not good.
Yeah,
That's why
in
inheritance is bad.
in theory, it sounds very amazing thing. In practical
Yeah,
application, usually it cannot be used. Like if
yeah,
you have a very long list of subclasses, you change something at top, and you need to change everything else.
yeah. That's why we use dependency injection. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
inject
Yes,
in
yes.
modern days we use DI containers, and then that's why the Symfony implements this like tightly. It doesn't allow you kind of like to use like Laravel way.
Mm-hmm.
But Laravel has its own place too. Like it's flexible and it's all good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, understand. Agree on that. Okay, guys. Can we finish the activity and discuss PRs, or it's not ready yet?
Mine is not ready yet. I just found this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ah, David had the same idea like I had.
Yeah. Okay. Let me show you an example from David. Are you ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so you can see here changes from David. Guys, what do you think about this? Let's discuss.
Okay, event controller. Okay, let's.
So he removed a bunch of stuff out of the code and implemented the regular REST actions: show, update, index,
Mm-hmm.
destroy, and all of that. Yeah, first part you have to do that if you wanted to have a RESTful API.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, it looks much better this way. Do you agree with this implementation?
Mm-hmm.
What
I
what do
do.
what, what would you change here? Hi, Sinuch, Artyom.
I'm sorry, I'm working on the entity PHP. 1 second. Okay, you say that the main still have controllers. Without. Okay, this makes sense. Swap a bit, please.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Okay, you define the. Okay, scroll a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he used more or less what you and Ucha described. This is good. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay,
Okay.
it's long.
Yeah. Good.
I'm back again.
Yeah, we just discussed your approach, and it's actually same approach Ucha suggested. So
Mhm.
you're thinking the same. And
Cool.
yeah. Hysen, can you show your version?
No, mine is not ready yet. I'm doing the entity, but now that the David gave me the idea, I'm not doing all it's long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you can show like a raw version. It's not a. We are learning. We are not like finishing production ready
Okay,
during
let
this like
me
20 minutes.
copy paste something here then.
Yeah. Just create a PR and you'll see it like in a raw state
Okay.
without full implementation. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me do it now.
And I have shared my approach to the chat.
Your what
Mm-hmm.
work? Yes. Yes, please.
1 second. Okay, I see it. I will share my screen now. Second. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I'll describe a little bit. So I opened just some random class because I have no chance to review the project at all. About what I see, just
Mm-hmm.
a lot of hard-coded MySQL statements that need to be removed. And in order to simple responsibility perspective, it should be encapsulated in the separate instance and that can be useful for us to create some dedicated endpoint to retrieve the SQL queries from there. And also I have added the return type hints because a lot of methods doesn't have the return type hints and it's not understandable which type of what kind of data will return that specific method. And so I changed the extension extension type to throwable instead of exception in order to extend the warning level. So that's what I see on a high level. There is a couple of actions to do. It's at the return null check-in operator instead of empty statement check-in. So the goal here is just remove the hard-coded statements as much as we can. and utilize there to the separate endpoint.
Which of the exactly of the principles of the solid you attend to apply? Because about the hard coded, yeah, I
Yeah,
need.
that's it's okay if it's not like only
In,
about solid.
no, it's in order to highlight simple responsibility. So the
Mm-hmm.
code is not responsible for that.
Oh,
That code is not responsible to utilize the MySQL statements, and we need to segregate that code to the in order to follow solid principle, because it's not a simple responsibility for then that specific case.
Mm-hmm.
that makes
Mm-hmm.
much sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yeah, and repo also we don't need to write PHP doc if we are using a return type hint. It's better than just static PHP doc. Also,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
point here. And so some cleanup activities required here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds good. And Hyson, do you want to show your version?
Just a moment, 3 minutes maximum.
3 minutes? No, okay.
Maximum. Okay, I'm pushing PR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, while you're pushing PR, I want to show you how you can use Sonar Cloud, Sonar Lint.
Solar link.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Sonar Cloud has also Sonar Lint, which is included to PHP Storm and to VS Code as extension. And you can see here how it's supposed to work. You will see all the potential vulnerabilities, duplicated code, overcomplicated code, and if you have any issues like that, including code complexity metrics.
Is this free?
No, it's not free, but we have budget for that.
One more thing that in order to
One second, just for Hyson. If you use it on your local as Sonar Lint, it's free. Yes, you can integrate it without any issue. Like Sonar Cloud for all of us to automatically scan, it's will be paid a bit, not a huge amount. And for your local device, it will be free. That's Sonar Lint. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, I'd like to also share my own experience with the big enterprise project. We are faced with the Psalm and the PHP stand that also
Mm-hmm.
good tools to verify the different kind of errors and duplicated code and that code and stuff like that. And it's almost free and it's almost configurable. For example, PHP stands allow the 9 level of the rule checking, so you can include or exclude your type of rules and in order to more strict checking or and stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to try it.
What was the name? What was the name?
PHP Stan and Psalm.
Yeah,
It can be
Psalm.
included by Composer, and it's very nice, compatible with Symfony. So that's a
Yeah,
good alternative.
can you send it to me? I will share it to chat.
Sure. Let me 1 second.
Okay,
I'll send a link.
I sent the PR.
Okay, good, Hyson. I will share it now.
It's
1
not
second.
big changes. It's some small changes to match the sonar lint rule. But I could have done much more, to be honest. But it took me time to find a proper class. And this class, it's that I have worked a lot with the event, and we need to refactor it definitely. Can you share it, please?
Yeah, I will share now. 1 second.
Psalm is the best, I think, tool.
They are
You should,
both,
you should.
but they are both good tools. So it's a good alternative to implement it to the GitLab pipelines or Bitbucket pipelines in order to static analyze code before the code review, and
Yeah,
it's a good tools to uh, interact with the legacy stuffs for the migration purposes uh, and stuff like that. So.
yeah. It will improve code as you push, and it will just.
Yeah, and you also can retrieve the reports in different kind of like formats like CSV, JSON, and custom formats. So yeah,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's great.
What about Rector then?
the most top two is that one. I didn't find a better tool than it because I tried a lot of tools, so I stop on that in order to fast performance and good issue detecting.
Can Rector be integrated into CI/CD pipeline?
CSV? I think no.
CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD.
No, I think it's only about PHP.
No,
No, no.
CICD.
Pipeline.
Yeah.
CI/CD.
Anything can be integrated. They don't understand inside what environment they are working.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me share you the version of Hyson now. 1 second, sharing.
Now, uh, now to focus on the SRP, it means that the one class should have only one function only to perform. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the main thing. What I did here now, like quickly, it's that I modified the name convention to compile with the sonar lint guidelines. I was reading a little bit about the sonar lint, and over here we can enhance the code by adding a console message to address to the previously empty catch blocks. I enforced the character limit of 120 per line to align with SonarLint's best practices. So it's not much. It's something small. I could have done much more, to be honest, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to know about this scenario. I don't know how I forgot it or how I did not, but I know because an ex colleague of mine, he was expert on this, and he always was teaching us. So okay,
Why is the name change so important? About the
uh,
underline or a camel case, why is it important?
because it says that in SonarLint's guideline, you have to enhance your code uh, to
It's
change
it's
name
not
expression.
enhancing code.
Yeah, to change the name expression to match the sonar link rule if we want to use the sonar link.
Yeah, but that's according to SonarLint. But this is a convention that we come up with. Let's use underscore everywhere and then follow that pattern,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
why I
it.
use the default rules, and that's why I
Ah,
changed the name.
guys, I know the solution for this. What is it? Argue. Actually, we have implement our own PHP code standard with PHP code standard XML file that will provide all sniffs and so on,
Mm-hmm.
and there will be defined what we use: camel case, snake case, other some other cases. There are a lot of such a simple from the first sight questions, but important indentation, how much, two or four, what is it, space or tab, and so on. I think it can be put it into incorporate code standard rules, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's called PSR 12. We
Yeah,
can follow
it's
PSR 12, and then that's about it. And we
if
will
you
be in good shape.
yeah, if you follow PCR 12, it required us to use camel case for class naming instead of snake case.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds good.
I mean, PHP Storm has a code standards. You can choose a bunch of different standards, and if we if we come up with it, talk to each other and come up with solution, we can use a particular standard or our custom standard, which I'm not going to recommend. Let's just use international standard, which is PSR 12. That would be
Mm-hmm.
great.
But if, for example, you will apply PSR 12 in WordPress, it will force you to use
I know,
longer. Huh?
I know.
So we
And
will have to make some customization of these rules because I believe they will force you, for example, to use a longer array syntax to create array. So you will have to type array and round
yeah.
braces instead of two square braces.
But I'm not gonna comment on WordPress. I don't even know. But
I'm
I'm
just
talking
talking about
about good code, right
PS,
here.
PSR 12 is pretty general and very wide standards. They describe absolutely everything in this world. Not most, but some parts of what they have described, we probably not need it at all. It's of course up to everybody, but in the end, I used some customized code standard that is based on PSR 12, but some rules was slightly modified. Some of them was downforced, and some was extended. It the file was probably 100 lengths, 100 string lengths, not big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That, and that file can be used in VS Code and PHP Storm and everywhere, right?
Yes, it's supported everywhere. PHP Storm it supports it from the box. VS Code will require to install extension PHP code PHP code standard verifier, and I will find now. I forgot
Isn't
PHP.
that editor config dot editor config that file?
No, no, in Storm.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't remember well enough. Looks like yes.
yeah, yeah. You can have a PSR 12 standards inside editor config, and you can customize based on your even your local needs if you want to. But yeah,
Yes, we will have PHP CS.xml in the root of application, and it will provide the to EDA the rules that it should follow.
And it also comes with Psalm out of the box, so you can run it on the command line to in
yeah,
order to verify your code.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
better than IDE tools because
Mhm.
IDE it just show you the or your opened file, but if you want to check like 10 or 20 files, you can run it under the command line.
I know that you can enable Psalm in PHP Storm, and it will link real time, and then it's just good.
In fact, my opinion is that the best practice will be to follow those code standards that use it to use inside the framework that you use. So Symfony has its own set of code standards. Laravel, I don't know, probably two.
Yes.
So if you use some framework, very highly likely it has own code standards. WordPress has own code standards.
Yeah. Uh, and that's about the Symfony. It follows PCR4 and PCR12 coding standards and using camel case. And also, I see in that project that in some parts of variables, it starts from underscore scene and it's deprecated under Symfony level. So, in order to follow the Symfony standards, we should uh, refactor our code a little bit.
Yeah,
We should
Symfony
write
standard way.
we should write new application, and I don't believe it's possible to refactor. It's too
I
big.
mean, I could say that I can refactor this code, but it will take a long time. In order to do this, I should know databases, database interactions, and business logic, and then all the code. But it will take me like at least 1 year or 2 years to get fully know this code, and
Yes.
then
So
then
if
start
you
to
forecast
refactor.
if your forecast is 1 year, then to get a real forecast, we have to multiply it by 5. So
No,
it's gonna
no, no,
5 years.
not 5.
5 years. It's
Vision
real.
Vision 2030.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not good, you know.
But you cannot refactor by 1 year what was written 15. So real time is
Oh,
5 years.
it will be
But
crazy.
time you finish, you need to refactor again.
You know what I was
Yes. It's like a bridge in USA, probably across
Yes,
in Manhattan. They
what,
paint in it, finish it, and starting from the beginning because whole process takes 5 years.
yes.
Mm.
But China build it much faster. So
Yeah.
you know what
let's
I
be
was
better like
thinking?
China.
Or you know what I was thinking?
Do
It's
you heard
about
about Chinese? Sorry, do you heard about Chinese quality? Is it good quality? I don't think so.
Mm.
So let's keep it high quality.
But
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
but
Never
Uh,
finish. Mm.
iPhones producing in China,
Yeah, everything is produced in
manufacturing
China.
there.
Actually, China has different qualities. Like
Yes.
quality levels. They have for luxury goods. They have for cheap goods, and everything is manufactured in China. iPhones. I don't know what else. Everything. Everything's produced in USA. Mostly produced really in China.
In China, yeah.
Mm.
I just wanted to show this project which David created. This is the start of a new version of Ticket Office for us to apply best practices and not to make it easier to implement refactoring. So David is working on that, and you will join him and help him to refactor it as well.
David, did you do something about the entities? Come up with some important properties that you need, for example?
Mhm. David?
Oh,
Did you come up with some entities that for beginning
no.
example?
Current stage is that I have finished it to set up configuration from point of view of Docker, installed Symfony wireframe, and now I'm slightly making fine tune of dev container And then I will start with first entity, first controller, first route.
So one more question: do you guys think we should use some like pattern, because we know that this code is not small and it will grow, and then we have to be aware of that, and that's how we should start beginning of writing. I'm saying that DDD pattern, like a domain driven pattern,
Mm-hmm.
separate business logic and then separate framework logic somewhere. Um, do you guys know about it?
Yeah, I agree on that. We totally should work this way. So let me share it. Okay, let me share another screen. Can you see it?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean something like that, right?
Yeah. We can modify in our needs. It's not totally, even solid is not good to follow like S is, like you have to
Mm-hmm.
modify on your needs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but generally I agree with this approach and in many systems it's applicable, and I think in our case it's also good
Yeah.
good way to do it.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a way that use Magento. That's like a most bigger e-commerce platform in according to Gartner Square. That's a good approach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it sounds good. And let me share this one. So we have discussed some points, and what you guys are most important here. What to focus on first and what second.
Can you make it slightly bigger? Zoom in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would say move helper classes into the separate classes and make it, you can make it invocable, and to make one class to responsible only for its job. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be a single responsibility principle, one of them. And then you can, once you have this invocable class, dependency injection will be easier. You can use dependency injection, and it will be like a symphony way to like implement all of the things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. And then probably this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in parallel, we will be adding CI/CD with enforcing these standards, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, looks like a plan.
For each module, we could have a separate folder, like for example, action folder, and then you can have classes inside there. And what's cool about this is that you can use that action classes somewhere outside of that, outside of, for example, events. You can use that inside the orders, and then it will be reusable. It depends how you write the code, to be honest. And
Mm-hmm.
then in interfaces, polymorphisms is a perfect way to implement polymorphisms here. Like you can have a bunch of interfaces inside the action folder. You
Mm-hmm.
can have it outside, and then use that interface to force this one single classes to implement bunch of this action steps. You can force it,
Mm-hmm.
and this will be the actual solid, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, amazing.
But it
Okay.
takes a lot of time and a lot, a lot of dedication. Like you have to sit down and rewrite the code. But yeah, we,
And
we,
Mhm.
we we can try it though.
one more suggestion from our side. I'll suggest to keep our code under somewhere under SRC directory on the one level that will be vendor directory with the Symfony bundles, and under SRC directory it will be our modules in the separate folders as we just said, and the controllers.
Mhm.
That will be good because that we just unbind all the additional dependencies from the Symfony modules and
Mhm.
our business logic.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I think we have a plan. It will be like a result of our workshop. And do you have any questions or feedback or remarks or something to improve?
Mm, no.
Yeah, you can just go one by one. Ucha, you can start.
Uh, Question to something to improve in our. I mean, one thing is to be improved is that we, since we don't know this project fully, we have to share information with each other. That's the way we can like actually be successful together as a team. If we share information, hey, for example, hey Hyson, I found this thing over here, and I'll give you tips and tricks how to do that, how to do this, and then you give me the information. How did you achieve this or that? Knowledge sharing is actually
Yeah,
good
no,
to
sure,
have.
yes. Yeah, bro, we don't have a time actually, guys. We're very busy,
And
but
yeah,
these meetings are very constructive, and I see a level here that I really like it, to be honest. I wanted to share another opinion with you before we're discussing. I don't know. I'm just sharing an opinion. You discuss it, or you give me your opinion about refactoring or a new architecture. Like 2 years ago, I saw it with my eyes. My brother, my middle one, which he is a programmer too. He got this project from Sweden, Alma Media Group, a very big one, like from 108, 800, 1,880. This company. Now, these guys had the same problems that we have. They had a very old application with PHP, more than 20 years old, about retail on homes and houses, like to sell house, to rent a house, and so on and so on. But big one, Ovi Pro, as I remember. I don't remember well because I worked over there too. But as a project, it was my brother project. He got it, and he took me and like 2 3 other developers that were his students. What these guys did is that they had an application that was in production, and they could not touch it. They did not even factor a single line. What they did, they hired a special team. Like in this case, it was like 30 40 developers from Bulgaria. We don't have to do that, but because we are already developers, and they built it a parallel system for 6 months. They designed the microservices, everything else. They upgraded from PHP. I don't remember what was the framework, but they upgraded that, and they did for 6 months from December to June. They did same application, but in another language, and they use some code of front end, but the back end was totally redone without touching the production. The production was going on and everything else. And then in June, they did the switch from the old legacy they had and the other one that they were keeping in parallel. They did that in 6 months. They planned, it was a great architecture, Swedish architecture. They planned every step about it. So, but I remember very well when I suggested or someone suggested to refactor the code and so on and so on, and they said no, it will take us 2 years, like exactly like Ucha said that will take a lot of time, and by the time that we refactor it, the code still will need to get refactored because 2 years passed. So
Hyacin, you mentioned that they didn't touch the code while they were developing other application, right?
they did not touch the actual one. They did a new
Yeah,
one.
that's the big difference
They did a new
because
one
we
in
have a
parallel.
lot of active development going on in a current thing. By the time they will finish the new project, it will be already old because we will develop projects
They
features here.
They did it
You
in
know,
6 months. Their application was around 20 years, 15 more than 15 years, and they did it in 6 months.
I know, but you know what did I say right now? Because
Yeah,
we are in active development of on the current project, the Discover Culture, right?
yeah.
Uh, while they're developing new project, it will be already old because we will have a lot of features by that time added already, and they have to catch up every time. I don't know, you know.
I don't know, but
But it's a good idea not to touch the old code and then come up with a new solution and stuff and going on. But yeah, I
because
don't
the
know.
idea of the refactoring, you know what I'm worried about? Because the idea of refactoring, okay, we can start by small by small, like small bit. It makes the difference. But I'm worried about that when it be in production, it will have conflicts. It will have other things that it will be affected. But we can start it. We instead of only talking and discussing it, we can start it like small by small. Small by small, we can start it. Like
At
I
least we
don't know.
can try. Yeah, yeah,
At least we try, and this is development. Always will be bottlenecks, issues, so on. That's why it's called development because we will develop all time. But at least we try, and then we will improve and escalate in better ways.
yeah.
Okay, I think we discussed everything what we need to discuss, and yeah, everyone, yeah, just it's very important to improve day after day, and we need to take into consideration like practical things what we need to deliver to our clients, and to make sure it's we have long-term maintainable code. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to keep improving that. Maybe sometimes we have like a workshop session with results, something like updating pipelines and things like that, something which will change our life for better. And feel free to suggest any initiatives, and we can
Actually,
improve everything.
can you hear
Mhm.
me?
Yeah, yeah.
Because looks like I had some issues with I don't know what I was speaking, but I believe nobody heard until I refreshed the page. In fact, I feel the main problem that is no one let us to focus on something what we need to do from point of view of refactoring, and at least 1 month don't touch at least one person. All the way we've been interrupted with some urgent questions, and we all mostly standing on one place, or sometimes making a very short step forward.
Hmm. What do you
That's it.
think? How we can? What is the root cause of this, and how we can solve this? And guys,
we
what do you think,
we
everyone?
discussed about that we are going to spend, for example, 20 hours per week,
Hmm.
uh, but it's
It's
not all
bare
the
minimum.
minimum,
We,
but not every week actually in reality follow this principle. Sometimes we spend no 1 hour per week. But for example, for today there was one plan, but actually in the morning everything turned out, and we are facing some unexpected, unexplainable problem with staging and Accenture.
From the refactoring activities perspective, I would suggest to create some kind of roadmap and the epic with refactoring tickets to be able to more understand the process, what we are doing now, what we need to do, discuss and refactor and refine that stuffs. So, and it keep us better understanding in what way we are doing what we are doing and prioritize that tickets inside of the epic that the good stuffs, because as you said before, the code was written 15 years ago, and that's a major stuffs and major scope of work, and it needs to be uh, mm, it needs to be wrapped in the some epic and with properly
Agree.
described tickets, because as a developer I can start doing something, but for the project perspective it's not important thing, and there is a more important stuff that need to be verified by our team.
Agree on that.
So the roadmap that's required, and there is also required some stuffs to be documented on the Confluence page. Any kind of findings, any kind of the points to improve. Everything should be documented, because, for example, in 1 month it can be lost, and another developers even don't understand what was happening, and there is just a monkey job to verify it again.
Yes. And Confluence will be our knowledge sharing, and that will be good.
Yeah. So if someone from us finds something, it can be properly documented, and that will be some kind of knowledge sharing.
Who can lead it as a champion on our team? Like not doing everything by himself, but ensuring everyone works on that.
You
Who wants to
mean
do?
I can start, for example, refactoring activities, epic, and outline the some important stuffs from my point of view, and then we can describe it. I'll check the code with PHP stand some, and we can try to define the initial steps of our roadmap.
We have a champion right here.
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah.
There
Good.
you
Good.
go.
Newton?
I
New,
will assign it. Yeah.
we have a new hero.
Yeah. Show us the light.
Yeah.
The
I
light
added.
will be soon.
Yes. Let's then please help us break it down. Get me on board with this, because we already started it long time ago, but now we need to like add the impulse to this initiative. And yeah, let's review it on let's say Monday or something like that. And first, like I'll add one small subtask with like decomposition of activities. Mhm. Okay.
You don't forget to share this link.
Yeah. You will see it in Jira. No need to share.
Eh,
But
where I find.
okay, I will send it here. Take a look.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Added.
Cool.
Hmm. And let me add it to this sprint. Or to next one, but yeah, you can start working on it. Okay, sounds good. So I think mostly that's it. Thank you guys, and yeah, let's continue improving everything.
Thank you to
Yes,
you
we will.
for the initiative.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys. Have a good
Thank
See
day.
you
you.
guys.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.